Hello! Today we're going to deal with writing, and more specifically, how to write an essay. Well, first of all, we're going to start with what is an essay. An essay is a piece of writing that consists of more than one paragraph. First of all, we have the introduction, that is the first part and the first paragraph. Then we have the body paragraphs that might have 2 or 3 paragraphs. And in the end, we have the conclusion, that is the last paragraph. Let's be more specific. What is a paragraph? Well, a paragraph is a group of related sentences that we need in order to develop a specific topic. This paragraph includes the topic sentence, that is in which we state the main point or idea, and the supporting sentences that are all those sentences that will support the main idea, and in the end we have the concluding sentence, that is that sentence that links the paragraph with the main idea. All right, we're going to continue with the brainstorming. What is brainstorming? Brainstorming is a storm of different ideas. So, if we're giving a specific topic, it doesn't mean that directly we're going to start writing about this topic. But, first of all, we need to think all those ideas that we are going to include in our writing. Let's read the topic. Do you agree or disagree with the following? Young people can do a lot to help protect and improve their local environment. Give reasons and details to support your opinion. Well, we're given the topic, but first we need to decide whether we agree or not with this topic. After that, we are going to think of all those ideas that will help us in order to write our essay. For example, we might have different ideas, such as the fact that we can support our local farmers, or, for example, we can host a recycling drive, or, for example, we can plant our own vegetables, or we can, for example, why not, let's say, volunteer at an Earth Day event, or, for example, why not clean our own community, or stop using plastic, or, for example, plant a tree, something that we have done so many times at school, neighborhood, in different places. Or why not use less cars, not only the day that is without cars, but the majority of the days, why not? And, of course, it is very important to recycle. So, after having all those ideas, so after having this storm of information that we might have written down, we're going to decide on only, for example, 2 or 3 of those. Which are those that we're going to include in our essay writing? So, we, for example, might have chosen 3 of those. Then we start with the introduction. The introduction was the first paragraph of your essay. So, remember the topic that we were given? So whether we agree or disagree that young people can help in order to improve our local environment. So, we start the introduction. The introduction will start with a general statement, which means background information. So I'm going to give some general information about the topic given. For example, protecting the environment is important because when we protect it, we are taking care of our families, our future, and ourselves. So as we can see, this is very general information, background information, things that we already know, of course. Then we're going to continue with the thesis statement, in which we have the main idea of the essay. So, young people, as part of the community, can do many things to protect and improve their local environment. Therefore, they can contribute with recycling, using less cars, and planting trees. So, in the thesis statement, we have the fact that we agreed with this topic, of course, and then we mentioned 3 of those that were using less cars, recycling, and planting a tree. So, keeping those in mind, we're going to continue now with the body paragraph. Well, the body paragraph, first of all, has got, we said, 2 or 3 paragraphs. We're going to analyze together one of those paragraphs. So, first of all, the topic sentence. In the topic sentence, we are going to start with the first idea that we mentioned. So the first one, for example, would be recycling. So, to begin with, young people should consider recycling as a good way to improve the environment. How do we start the paragraph? We start with a linking word. So, since it is the first idea, I'm starting with to begin with. I continue the paragraph with the supporting sentences. The supporting sentences are those sentences that will support my topic, so that will support my idea of recycling. So, they can make sure that things such as plastic containers, glass bottles, and newspapers are recycled. For example, they can pick up any litter they find in the street and put it into a rubbish bin, or they can reuse glass bottles and don't throw them away. So what did we do here? By taking the topic that we had, the idea that we gave, recycling, we are giving specific examples of how are we going to recycle these things and improve our local environment. And we finish the paragraph of the body of this part with a concluding sentence. That is the last sentence of this paragraph. So, by doing what? By recycling and doing all these things, young people make their community a cleaner place to live. So, we finished with one paragraph, with one idea from the body paragraph. We need to write 2 more paragraphs like this one about the other 2 topics that we mentioned. Okay? And after finishing our body paragraphs, we're going to continue with the concluding paragraph. The concluding paragraph is the conclusion. So it is our last paragraph of this essay. In the concluding paragraph, we're going to have the concluding sentences and our final thoughts. Be careful here. We don't have any new ideas. There is nothing new. Simply, we are restating what we have already mentioned, because our ideas were clearly mentioned in the introduction and in the body paragraphs. So, to sum up, all these actions that young people can take will make the local community and area look cleaner and more pleasant, and also help save the world's natural resources. We all have a better future if young people do everything possible to help, protect, and improve their environment. So, we start our concluding paragraph with the expression to sum up. That means summarizing what we said in the previous paragraphs. And this is our last positive thoughts that yes, of course, young people can help in order to improve the environment. This is how our essay will look in the end. The introduction, the main body that we had, the paragraph that we discussed, those two paragraphs that you are going to continue, and the conclusion paragraph. And now we have come to that part that you're going to be assigned your homework for next time. So, you have had a class discussion on how television promotes violence. Now, your teacher has asked you to write an essay on whether you agree or disagree with the following statement. So the statement is, television promotes violence. This is your homework, this is the statement. Don't forget, first you need to state whether you agree or disagree with this topic. Then you brainstorm all the ideas that come to your mind. You decide on 2 or 3 of those, and then you start with the analysis as we said that. So, write your essay, 180 to 200 words. Thank you very much, and we will meet again.